Hello and good evening if you're in the UK or Europe. Good afternoon if you're in the US, I suppose. Um, I hope everyone is doing well on this particularly grey Monday for me. I was walking the dog and the clouds certainly rolled in and I hid under a bridge. Thankfully not for very long, but it did rain whilst walking the dog today and that was not fun. The dog loved it. I did not. Um, I'm not even off the starting soon screen yet, Cosmic. Uh, right. Firstly, yes, I am Hunter555. You can call me Hunter. Um, and today we are playing Return of the Obra Dinn, and I am really hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly because I've never heard it said out loud before. So I'm guessing. Uh, But yes, we're playing an insurance adventure with minimal colour. That is ripped completely from the game's description on Steam and everywhere else I looked. Um, I've played it before. It was interesting. I did not complete it. I played it ages ago, so I do not remember it. So we're starting again from scratch and hoping that I might actually make some progress this time, maybe? Yeah, probably not. Not on my own, anyway. Yes, I hid under a bridge. I mean, my behaviour yesterday should have given that impression. And for those wondering what happened yesterday, you'll have to go and check the VOD. Because stuff happened. Much stuff. Anyway, I'm not actually looking at the game at the minute, and neither are you. So let's fix that. I've had the game muted during the starting soon screen because otherwise you guys are going to be listening to music and the peaceful ocean splashes. I did test this earlier. Please tell me if the audio, either my voice or the game, needs changing at all, either louder or quieter. That's the other thing I didn't want to subject you guys to. That is quite loud in my ear, but I've no idea how loud it is for you guys. I'm actually going to have to turn that down. Thing is, I've got audio volume. If I said it's comfortably loud, that might be a bit better, but I can't control the music and the voice in game separately. So I'm kind of stuck where if there's loud music, the volume has to stay up so I can hear any quiet characters, which I'm guessing there will be. Because there always is. There's always that one character in a video game who speaks just quietly enough that you have to turn up your volume, and then the next person who speaks is the loudest. So yeah, I apologise if things suddenly get loud or quiet. Hopefully it won't be too painful on the eardrums. Elcom, we're not returning anywhere. A boat is returning to us because reasons that I'm a little unclear on so far. And hello, Mini-Packs. I understand you're calibrating your laser. No, chat, that's not a euphemism for anything. I'm being glared at by Jason. Right. We'll play it uncomfortably loud to begin with. Occasionally I may turn just the desktop volume down. It's currently at 4 out of 100. That should tell you how loud the game is in my headphones. I'm fairly certain that's how euphemism is spelled. Right. Let's begin. Ignore this one. Right. Last played 3 hours 36 minutes ago? Yeah, that's because that's the save I was using to check the audio. So let's begin. And see if I can remember what the hell happens. Lost at sea. The good ship Obra Dinn. Built 1796. 800 tons, 18-foot draft. I have no idea if that's a big ship I don't know if 800 tons is a big ship or an average ship. Like this was nearly 300 years ago. Well, 200 and a bit years ago, but it's not very clear. Like, is this a big ship? And it's gone. Obra Dinn has returned, dispatched to Falmouth immediately, and prepare a full assessment. The Honourable East India Company. I question the use of the word honourable there. Falmouth. Falmouth. Where's Falmouth? I know the name Falmouth. Where's Falmouth? Why do I know the name Falmouth? If I say it multiple times, will I remember? It's London office, which tells us Falmouth's in the UK. But that doesn't narrow it down. Falmouth, England, 1807.
Company man woke me up. Said you'd need ferry to the Obra Dinn. Not many eager for that job. Seems a bit late if you ask.
I didn't.
What's in the box?
I don't know. I'll hoist it up in a few minutes.
Hey! How?
Carefully.
So this gentleman is rather grumpy. I mean, if we're in London, there's not much London to see. I assume that's the box that this guy's got to hoist up. Rope. Oh, are we camping out on? It's in Cornwall. It's the most southerly huge port. Okay. Still not sure where I know the name from, but where did my arm go? My arm? Oh, hold on. Ah, that's why. Because it appears so I can climb. Oh, that's clever. So if I step away. Okay, so it's a decent. Yeah, it is. It's very weird graphics. If I select this LCD, Macintosh, which is how the games like press images look and things. IBM 5151. No, I don't want it on smooth. I want it on sharp. There we go. Zenith, Commodore 1084, and then the one I'm using. I've chosen to keep it on this one just because I find the black and the white to be the best contrasting colours that I can easily distinguish everything. Those sails are looking rather tattered. Yeah, no, it's a decent sized ship. Bigger than a good couple of houses. Right, let's climb up. And then the hand appears for when I go back down. Okay. Apparently I'm an owl. Yeah, I'm an owl. Right, so what have we got? We have a boat. We have a boat. Oh, that pun was awful. Now, I've only seen one of these once. And it's in Pirates of the Caribbean. It's the thing that the Flying Dutchman uses to summon the Kraken. That's the only time I've seen one of these. I don't actually know what it does in actual, like, sailing ships. Obviously it has a purpose, but, like, you put rods, possibly these, into these holes, and then a group of sailors would push it round, and it would do something. I have no idea what. It's a large winch. Okay. That answers that question. This is a cage that has clearly had something break out of it. Based on what the ship looks like, I'm going to guess cargo. Animal cargo, so like chickens, maybe. This is too small for a cow, and probably a pig or a sheep. Though I suppose in the 1700s, 1800s, animal cruelty was not high on the list of things to avoid. That's also a winch. Oh, to bring up the anchor. Thank you, Mythical, and hello, welcome on in. How are you, my friend? Dead body. That's ominous. Doors. Locked door. Hey, Addy. I can't stay, but this looks fun. Play for a long time so I can make it back in. No worries, J Price. I don't know how long I will go.
Oi!
Whoop.
It's too heavy!
You're on your own! Right. I want to continue exploring this ship. There's a sparkly thing off the port or starboard side of the ship. Or maybe it's the bow and the stern. I think this is the stern and the front is the bow. I don't know which is port or starboard.
It's too heavy! Lift it yourself!
I'm busy! So that door has an X, this one doesn't. So I can open this one. Oh, this is like a little cot room. I suppose this is where like an officer would sleep, because it's private quarters. So maybe like the first mate or the second mate would be in here. Because I'm guessing through those doors, one of them is the captain's quarters. Unless this is the captain, in which case the deck has become the captain's quarters. What's through here? A different... Okay, so I'm guessing captain's quarters through one of these doors, maybe both. First mate, second mate. Port is that side. Starboard is that side. Thank you, Minipacks. I may or may not be getting you guys to just look up ship terminology for me. Okay, so this guy is being a whiny person and won't hoist up my box for me.
It's too heavy.
So
Take
you
it
said.
yourself or open it here.
Apparently I'm opening it here. A book! It's a book! What's so special about a book? I'm guessing that's press D. A catalogue of adventure and tragedy. That's not ominous. Might have grown up at least partially at sea. I can't tell if that's because you did sailing as a hobby or if you genuinely lived on a boat. I trust that you know. I'm going to read this out loud. If you don't want me to read it out loud, mute the stream until I start wiggling the mouse like this. That's when I've reached the end of these pages. I trust that you now find yourself aboard the Obra Dinn. I expected this day to come, and my every intention was to tell the ship's strange tale within the pages of this book. Regrettably, failing health has allowed me to produce only the basic outline that follows. Your presence on the Obra Dinn is critical. I leave the discovery of its fate and the completion of this book in your hands. The next few pages will seem bewildering at first, all will make sense in time. Use the pocket watch to determine the identity and fate of everyone aboard. Complete each chapter accurately and return the book by guaranteed post to the French Office of Affairs in Morocco. The bargain chapter will remain unknown to you. I possess the details within, but have elected to keep them private for now. Henry Evans. Just for anyone who did decide to mute the stream because my reading pained them in some way. So we've been employed by this Henry Evans bloke to figure out what's going on with the Obra Dinn, but this guy knew that the Obra Dinn would return. How did he know? And how's a pocket watch going to help? I don't know. Well, I know how the pocket watch helps because I do remember that part of the game, but beyond that, I don't know. French Office of Affairs in Morocco. I assume that was a thing. I know Morocco was a French colony. I guess that that occurred at this time. The bargain chapter will remain unknown to you. I believe it remained unknown to me the last time I played it as well. Presumably, if you complete the book, it reveals it. Right. So, contents, chapters. Okay. Okay, so we've got some details. So we've got the journey. So it started in Falmouth, sailed to Madeira, made a turn off the west coast of Africa, followed the coast down, Atlantic leg of the Far East route, and then it just kind of cuts there, which is the base of Africa. The ship. Main deck. Ah, the passenger cabins. If I've got that right. Gun deck. All up deck. Cargo hold. Yes, this is the main deck that we're on. So I was right about the captain's quarters, but they're passenger cabins, not the mates. The mates are on the next deck down. This game, I think, was American, because I'm fairly sure certain Brits don't spell bosun that way. And bosun yet? Oh, bosun mate. Bosun mate is just the way the game's graphics are designed, which I imagine is the bosun's second in command. Purser's office. Money, maybe? I'm actually kind of amused. Carpenter's shop, surgery. Opposite ends of the deck, probably the same guy at this time. Bosun's store, passengers cargo, captain's cargo. Lazarette? Lazarette? I don't know what that is. Lived on a boat for a lot of my summers as a kid and did it a whole the other times of the year. Okay. You learn something new every day about people. And if you know what a lazarette is, then feel free to tell us, because I have no clue. Now. Complete crew and passenger manifest. Okay. So I can identify people. Well, captain, first mate, second mate, third mate, fourth mate, bosun, yeah, bosun's mate, surgeon, carpenter, cook, butcher, gunner, whatever the hell a purser is. Artist? Bunch of passengers. Stewards, midshipmen's, topmen's, seamen's. Don't laugh. Where food and ships store skip. Okay. And origin. I don't know if that's... Is that where you're born or where you were picked up? Based on the names, it's where you're born. So I'm guessing the captain is probably like that guy or maybe that guy. One of the guys in the fancy hats. You don't have sufficient information. Await further clues. And then this is sketches. So underway. Formosan royalty? They look stereotypically Asian. I am going to specify stereotypically. Playing a game of dice, drinking, dancing, being merry. Not so merry in this one. I'm guessing that this person being shot is related to this one down here. Well, I don't need to... I think I can guess who ES is. So if we go down... Edward Spratt, artist. Oh, it wants me to actually identify him? Fate unknown. Oh, right, there we go. So we've identified him because his identification was initials. But we don't know what actually happened to him yet. Same as everyone else. Let's continue through the book. Chapter 1. Loose cargo. On the cargo deck. Funny that. Other than that, it's blank. Bits of cold. All up deck. Purser, ship's accountant, and paperwork person. Yeah, that would make sense with that kind of name. Okay. Murder. Outside the first mate's window. The calling. Nothing. Unholy captives. On the cargo deck. Soldiers of the sea. Port walk. And on the cargo deck, the Doom. Ominous. On the bow. On the gun deck. Inside the captain's quarters. And then bargain. And escape. And the end. Which all takes place around the captain's quarters, apparently. Then we've got a glossary. Administrative official. Accounts for all cargo value and trade transactions. Small items store for crew. All up deck. Mid deck, above the lowest deck, containing storage, cabins, animal pens, and the ship's steering tiller. Well, there we go. This is not a reassuring icon. Here. Tab, open, close book, Q, table of contents. And that's the pocket watch, that is equally ominous, with a skull in it. Memento mortem. I was about to say, does it mean remember death? Apparently it does. Oh, I'm free to move. I assumed he had something to say. So I'm guessing I'm supposed to go to that body and the pocket watch does something. But I'm going to ignore that for a second because I want to see if I can do anything with that. No is the answer. No, I can't. Hold on. View controls. Space. Pressing spacebar, nothing's happening. So I think we're going to have to go down here. Here goes nothing.
Captain! Open the door! Kick it in. Ah! Lest we break it down and take more than those shells! You bastards may take exactly what I give you! Ah!
Oh dear. So I'm guessing from the fact that he's in the captain's quarters, this is the captain. No idea who these two are, but I'm not allowed to open the doors in the memory. And I can't go particularly far. Not sure what that's all about. Nothing. Can I go past? I can't get past him. Oh yeah, that identifies him in the picture. Oh, well, no, 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 no! No, I wanted to do the other two! Oh, we're going into the book. Okay. We're doing the last chapter first? Okay. So, okay, so the guy who died was this one. He was the other bloke that was present, and hold on. Oh, I like that's cool. So because we know he's the captain, that image is clear. We know. Revisit members on the ship using the pocket watch to study relationships, appearances, and activities. Use the book maps, crew manifest, and artist sketches, along with the individual conversation logs, to find clues about names, relationships, appearances, and roles. 60 people on the ship when it left England. Determine everyone's identity and fate will not be easy. Oh, lovely. Decisive information is rare. Wonderful. I hate making assumptions. Identity may only be revealed through a process of elimination. Thanks. So we know this is the captain. This unknown soul. Okay. The fate may be known and can be entered now. Okay. So we know... Okay. So I can identify their fate, but not their name, because we know that this is the one that was shot by the captain. So... shot... arrow... by... And we know who's shot by the captain. We don't know who this guy is. Just at all. So this tells us where the corpse was. Doesn't tell us anything else about what was going on at the time. Just where the corpse was. And this is a transcript. Take more than those shells. Is interesting. What's that referring to? The door has opened. Where's the door? No? Oh, that door. Okay, well first of all, if I stand over here and zoom in, that identifies him as that man. Zoom in on him. Okay, yeah. Tells you which person in the picture they are. Can't help but feel like I'm going into the afterlife going into this dark tunnel. That door wasn't open before. Has anything else changed? No. And... no. Okay. Knife. Stick. I'm guessing we're supposed to identify this one first and then go over to that one.
Where are they? Must be in here someplace. They're at the bottom of the sea. That's a lie.
Okay, so is that the captain again? That is indeed the captain again. And this is the... That is the guy who was out with this fella. So, I guess he was beating him up. And then got slashed over the throat. So where'd the other body come from? Is my question. Anything around here? Where did you come from? Hey there, boss. Okay. Two others were present. Who was that? So you were the one who just... Oh, have you played this, Lewas? Right. So we don't know who they are. Axe, decapitated, drowned, eaten, electrocuted, what does exploded, fell, froze, illness, killed, sword, knifed, poisoned, shot, speared, spiked, strangled, struck, suicide, torn apart, I guess knifed? Got 100% eventually, been a few years. Yeah, the music can, it does just suddenly begin. Unknown soul was knifed by Captain Robert Witterell. Location of the corpse. Yep. Okay. I want to know who this guy is and why I'm guessing that that guy is jumping down from the main deck, like the top section, to try and take the captain from behind. Whether or not he's going to succeed though. Right, where's that door? Back in the same spot. He's bled out, but he was shot in the chest. I will let you guys in on a secret. I scared myself earlier today. I was on Infinity Cove and I scared myself with the creeper costume I have next to my storage platform. You know, the one I used to dress up in and scare Elkhorn with. Yeah, I scared myself with that. It just happened to be there, and I looked at it too quickly. Thought it was an actual creeper. So we didn't actually have any audio, we just had this guy presumably gurgling on his own blood. And this guy's been struck with a stick. This door's now open. Oh. Her face is uncovered, which makes me think she's alive but unwell. Based on the position though. She looks almost like a mummy. Right. That is that guy from earlier. Who are you? That woman. Okay. This is interesting. She's in one of the captain's passenger cabins, which means she's someone important. But it doesn't identify her as present, it only identifies him as present. Which to me suggests that she wasn't actually alive. Because you can't be present if you weren't alive. She was in this room here. So how did they die? Burned, clubbed maybe? Or struck? Hooves, tail, wing. So it's not struck. Suicide by certain items. Shot with certain items we know. No, you were not exploded. You didn't fall alive. And then the location. Crushed. Beast. Suggests like crushed under a cow. I reckon you were clubbed by him. Mainly because we know you are. It was McScriggan with the stick. I'm still. Oh, McScriggan still has my stick on the cove. I gave it to him yesterday. He hasn't given it back yet. Right, that door's open again. So who are you? Okay, that's clever. You. Q for contents, right? Yep. The ship. Yeah, so started there, worked away, and so it's passenger cabins, but they're next to the captain's quarters. Arrows indicate the flow of time. Crew. Passengers. I mean, it just says passenger. It doesn't give you. I mean, Bun Lan Lin, It Beng Sha, Chao Tan, and Hok Seng Lao. And I'm going to guess that I've butchered those pronunciations, and I'm so sorry for doing so. They're all listed as passengers, but that's 4 names. I wonder. So how do we identify who's the most... I'm guessing the top passenger is the most important passenger. What? It's his wife. Or possibly his sister. It's a female relative. That is who it is. We haven't got identification of that yet. There's no guarantee, but I'm willing to place money on it being a significant female relative of some kind. Wife. I don't think daughter. I think she's too old for his age, based on how they look, to be his daughter. But I'm willing to reckon wife or sister. Cousin would be a stretch, but wife or sister I could accept. Tab to close it. What are these shells they mentioned, though? They mentioned shells earlier. Right. So we've got 2 bodies here. Let's start with this one.
Abigail, your brother, my friend, I shot him dead. I'll be with you soon, my love. Please forgive me for everything.
Okay. So, I would like to apologise now, because I was not expecting that. I should have when I saw the list of causes of death. But I understand that's not going to be pleasant for some people to see. So, based on that, I'm going to say now there's likely to be some more unpleasant scenes in the future. The game is it has a Peggy 16 rating, so I felt it would be okay. Something like that, though, makes me feel not uncomfortable, but certainly unusual. It makes me feel a bit odd when I don't expect that kind of thing, and I don't have a reason to. I knew there was going to be death. I didn't expect to see and then hear that, so it's kind of caught me slightly. So if there is anyone who feels uncomfortable with this, then absolutely don't watch it. I would discourage you from watching it if you think it's going to affect you. Thank you, Lewis, for that content warning. It's a failing on my part that I should have checked if there was any content warnings for this game. Especially something like that. And I apologise for not having done so. Thank you, Lewis, for that warning. Is there anything else we should be aware of? I will check during my first break, which is in about 15 minutes. But currently it looks like light nudity, as Lewis has mentioned, and suicide, which I think of the two, the second is a little heavier for some people. So I am returning to the body now, so just a warning. So she's dead. We know that. He's killed himself. If I press tab. Yep. I assume she's died of illness of some kind. And he said shot, which I mean this guy is the brother of her. We all prefer more nudity to the other thing. Some people prefer more nudity to most things. So, he did not meet an unknown fate. Suicide. Gun. This may or may not be correct. Thanks. Helpful. Fates are validated in sets of 3. Correctly identify at least 3 people and their fates to have the information typeset into the book. Oh, okay, so I can still change it. No one else was present. Your brother, I shot him dead. So the other guy was brother. This guy, who apparently we can now identify. Where's Abigail? Abigail Hoscott Witterell. William Hoscott. I wonder who could be the brother. I wonder. I think it might be him. So that's 2, and based on where he was, I'm going to guess that the other woman is Abigail. So we should get an identification after that corpse's memory. Depends on who's doing the nakedness. Okay, this is going down a apparently pressing right click takes you back a page. This is going in a strange direction. Right. Anything interesting over here now? No. So the memories don't continue exactly. We go back to the present day. Have we already identified? What? Okay, so this tells me where Chapter 10 happened. What do the 4 X's underneath mean? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why. Because it's all 4 people. So we don't know who this fellow was, the guy who was knifed, and we don't know who the one who dropped down and was hit over the head. We don't know who they were. But we can find out about Abigail now. Oh. Oh dear God. Oh wait, what? Oh Jesus. Okay, so this is some bloke named Martin, I'm guessing. I'm guessing this is Martin. This is Abigail, who was crushed when the mast broke. Someone dancing. Someone else dancing. Someone. When you say the story's hero, are you referring to the Kraken or Martin? Oh, that's the guy who jumped down. Wait, hold on. Oh, God, that person was cut in half. The Doom. Very dramatic. The Kraken. Well, it might have been Martin. I don't know. Corpse was moved post-mortem. 10 others were present. Apparently, we have enough info to identify these two. Lord knows how. Was that Martin then? None of these people have tattoos on them. So this, we know, was Abigail. Met an unknown fate. Crushed by the rigging? That answers that question. I think that emote might get used a lot. Okay. It's the closest we've got to a Kraken. This will take us back to Abigail. I don't know what the 3 arrows mean. Okay. Oh, it's telling me. This is a deduction rating. High rating means that it will be more difficult to deduce this person's identity. Makes sense. Focus on the easily deduced identities first and leave the more difficult ones for later. Presumably 3 star is the highest, but it might be 5, it could be 10. At a guess, she's a passenger. Which passenger? Who knows? Not me. I have no clue. Okay. My watch is shaking. Right. Who are you? You're that one. You're covered in tattoos. You're wearing a fancy hat. Oh, it's identifying this body. So it'll show me where this guy died. Oh, I need to click. And follow the magical glowy cloud of mystery. Oh, I thought that was split in 2 halves. No, it's just his top half. And that thing is still out there. Okay. So, we're about to start this, but we're a few minutes early. But rather than start this, I'm going to go on my first break now. And then we'll come back and we'll start looking into this person. I'm going to get up and just refresh my drink and get a quick stretch, just get away from the computer. You guys should all do the same. I will try and set it up so you're not getting hit with the game music, and just have the normal playlist, but I can't make any promises because I'm still trying to figure out exactly how this game's sound effects work. I might just mute the audio again, to be honest. If anyone has any feedback for how this first hour has gone, just drop it in chat and I will see it at some point. Yeah, I will see you folks all in a few minutes. And welcome back, everyone. I hope we all had a lovely break. It wasn't long, but it doesn't need to be. Actually, it might have been. I'm looking at the clock. I can't actually tell how long I was away from. I should probably start checking. Right. Let us get back into figuring out who this poor soul is. This poor wretched. You'd think, you'd think that they'd put the other half of the body somewhere, but I'm guessing not. Well, let's find out. Hopefully. Oh, yeah, center the camera right on it, why don't you? It's not pleasant. I mean, we know how he died, I guess. Why are you just throwing a gun? Or, oh, are you throwing it to... Ah, it was a goat! It was a goat in the cage! Yes, my priorities are right. Why do you ask? Someone already dead? Okay. Quite a few people. Still think that's a great chapter title. Literally no words. Location of the corpse. Yep. Others present. Apparently we can identify this one. So we know the fate. Torn apart. Enemy? By a foreign enemy. By a terrible beast, I guess. Yeah, I'd say by a terrible beast. Apparently we can identify him. Is there anyone else here we can identify? No, just this chap. It's a 2-star. I'm guessing he's one of the crew. But what part of the crew? Maybe Persia, but it could also be well. Like, I'm guessing the tattoos are supposed to give you a hint. If anyone has any suggestions, Cosmic, would you be able to see if you could find the crew, like the Obra Dinn crew manifest somewhere, so people are able to see that without me having to pull it up? Just I feel it might be easier for people then to chime in with suggestions. I can bring up the pictures if people need to, or they can get the pictures themselves and just describe which person they're referring to me. But I'm guessing these tattoos are supposed to provide a hint as to who this chap is. But there's so many cultures that use tattoos that it's kind of hard to tell. Like, the English used them, the Scots used them, the Irish used them, the Indians used them, the Welsh did, the Persians did. I'm not sure about the Chinese, in fairness. But a lot of places use them that are in this list. So, and you can't tell how dark his skin is from this picture. Like, that's the thing. They're all fairly similar skin tones. I'm guessing this is identifying another dead person, probably this one. I was right! magical, mystical cloud of glowiness of knowing. Okay, don't worry then. Sorry if that spoiled things for you, Cosmic. I am so sorry.
Get to the main bit, quick!
Yeah, I'm sorry if that spoiled things for you. Not much talking in this one. Just the same few words. So where's the death? Oh! There's the death! You can barely see the body. Guessing... exploded? Is that a rope? Oh, was he grabbed? I think he was grabbed by the beast. Okay. And you got a couple of guys. Down there. And the tattooed guy, who we know surely gets ripped apart. And the goat. I like the goat. I don't know why I like the goat, but I like the goat. Okay, if you're alright with it then, Cosmic, and I know that you won't spoil it for those of us who are trying to figure it out, so... Well, how did they die? I guess they exploded. Yeah, we don't know who it was. Do we have any more information? Not in the slightest. Okay. That's opened the door that time, which is interesting. So we don't have a new body to look at. But we can go back to the bodies we have already seen. Oh! This is opened up now. Don't think this was open before. Can't go through either of those doors. Let's go back to the contents. The Doom. The Doom. So that's chapter 7. Then so we've seen chapter 10, parts 1 through 4, and we've seen parts 6, 7, and 8 of the Doom. And we're currently here on the gun deck. But we're going to be able to find all the mates and the bosuns and the stewards and the midshipmen's rooms, which might help. So the end and the Doom. They must have been on the way back then, from wherever it was they were going. The game clearly thinks I should know who that is. Q again. Okay. So I can't progress beyond this person's body by the looks of it. Because there's cannons in the way. The ship. Yeah, so we're not quite at the rooms yet there. Oh wait, no, I can just walk over the cannon. Something smashed into the side. Oh, imagine having to live in a room with a cannon. Oh, that would be unpleasant, especially if the cannon came loose. It would just roll on top of you. No, no, no. Don't close. So this is the bosun's room. Apparently they've got a lifeboat above their bed. Unless they didn't sleep in here, unless this was like an office type room rather than somewhere to actually sleep. Might have slept with the crew. This is the stewards, so yeah, they share. I mean, yes, it can. I think someone's dead in here. Someone's dead in here. Someone died in here. That's so unhygienic. Whoops, managed to slip through the door there. And then here we have the mates. I'm not allowed in the first mate's room because of course I'm not. That would be too easy. No one in there. Thank you, Cosmic. I'm guessing you have taken a list and copy and pasted it by the fact that that's a Google Doc, or you've just happened to get lucky and found a Google Doc. Okay, so we've got a couple of bodies. We're going to start with the one under the cannon. I think it's fairly safe to say that this person was crushed by a cannon. Was let's see, crushed by cannon. I need to get rid of that because I know that's not right. The Doom. You are unknown. Ah, thank you. Copy and paste it and remove what happens. Thank you, Cosmic. You are fantastic, and I do not deserve you as a mod. Right then, let's find out who this person is.
Sir, loose the cannon! This is nearly over! Hold your flag!
That was the beast. Caused it. And you're a bloke in a hat. You're probably one of the mates by the looks of it then. And we've got another dead person. Cannon to the chops. Yeah, I don't think I want to. Oh. I don't think it's to the face, I think it's to the neck, which is probably worse. Oh. I would not want to be that guy. Not at all. I don't think they're that stupid for life on a ship, unfortunately. I think they were rather common. Right, we know crushed cannon. We don't know who it is. What was though? Though I do want to go to this one because we've got this person who I think is Martin Perrott. at a guess. That's the explosion death. I don't want that. I want the loose cannon death. Not in this one though. It's this guy who is a different person. In. Okay. Bookmark all memories where they appear for quicker navigation. Good, Cosmic. Good. So the Doom, and the Doom. Right, I reckon this guy is Martin Parrott, based on the hat and the fact that he was addressed as Martin. And I reckon this guy is probably Finley Dalton, the helmsman. Mainly because he's holding the wheel. Though I... I'm not certain about this one, but I am very confident about Mr. Martin Parrott here. No one else is identifiable though. I mean, these two apparently are, though I couldn't tell you who they are. Where's that body? There it is. Another death. The glowing cloud of mysterious suspense and death. And yes, I'm giving this a new name every time I know. Have fun with that, I guess, Pax? I don't know. Maybe? I mean, what's this laser do? Does it, blow up the moon? Because everyone knows you're the evil villain we all need, but not the one we deserve. Oh! Whew! I think I'd rather be the guy who was crushed by the cannon! I would not want to be this... I would not want to be this chap. In a rather dashing top hat. You're the guy who bursts into the captain, I think. I think you're the guy who drops down from above, and you're the guy who gets ripped in half. Who is... You guys are... Well, you are clearly a gunner of some kind, I guess. Day to day, it's for making things. No, that would make sense, but only on holidays. Oh, I will be careful. What's the next holiday? I guess Christmas. Halloween. Could be both. Oh, I didn't see the other death. I only saw the one body. So we've got the guy who was stabbed, and the guy who was clubbed. We've got the guy who was torn apart, and also this. Oh, is it referring to this guy? There we go. That's an excellent idea, Cosmic. I'm glad we've got you here. Okay. But I don't... We're going to go back into this memory. And skip it, apparently. Still plays the noises, though. See, that's the guy with the dashing top hat. So where's the other person who died? Is it you? No. Oh, it's you. I think. No, that looks different. Is there another person? In that mess? No. It's this one. Who, if I can zoom in on this body correctly, which is not very easy. That's a different guy. That's a different guy. That's a different guy, cowering under a cannon, apparently. 45, that could prove useful. I don't know where this other person actually is. 2 people apparently died in this scene, but I can't find 2 bodies. And I can't go beyond the cannon. There must be something I'm missing. Somewhere. So I've just glanced over back at chat and seen Cosmic and Minipax's discussion there. Right. So there is a body somewhere. We just can't see it. Which is not super duper helpful. But we know the guy in the top hat was shot by a cannon. By the beast, I guess. I guess. Arguably the beast did not light the cannon, but the beast is the reason the cannon hit this fellow. But I'm still... Oh, there's his hat. There's his dashing hat. The lack of another body bugs me. It really does, and it shouldn't, but it does. We'll just have to figure it out in a second. How do I leave her? There's a door, isn't there? This way? Yes. Yes, it's like Cluedo, except infinitely more complex, just the way we all like it. No, I would argue that it is like Cluedo, just like you said. The body under there.
My hands. Aim level. Ready.
Okay. You're almost certainly crushed. Oh, this is the guy who was... Oh! When the cannon fired, these two were shot. This one got launched back into the wall. Okay, that's why we can't find his body. He was disintegrated by a cannon. But at least now we know he died the same way. Even if we don't know who he is. Though one of these three is the gunner, I'm gonna guess, based on the orders they were giving. This is complete guesswork. But I think that's what a lot of this is going to be. So who is this? How did they die? Crushed by cannon. Others present. Still can't identify you. Apparently we can identify you. And you were the other one. You were the other one who was shot by a cannon by a beast. Okay. Presumably by the time we get to the end, we'll have revealed enough information that everyone will be just star rated. Presumably I start... Ah, so that's where that cannon fired. Now I know there was a room with blood leaking out of it. Here it is. Well, that is the question, Minipax. That is the question. How did you die? Your room is Your room is untouched. How are you dead? Unless you were dying when you walked in.
Oh no, you're cut.
Don't leave me.
Bear up, son. I'll stay with you.
Tell Pete's mother I tried my best
Aye,
to pull him back, to save him.
you tell her yourself. Brennan, bring the surgeon's kit.
Okay. Got a couple of dead people there. So they were cut, which suggests stabbed. And the blood trail's quite a way. Tell Peter's mother I tried to save him, and someone called Brennan which could be one of these two. And you're Scottish by the sounds of it, and also wearing a hat. I think that was a Scottish accent. Yeah, no. At first I didn't hear that. So we're into chapter 9, Escape. Part 6. In the midshipman's cabin. Met an unknown fate. Now, we don't know if he was killed with a sword or knifed. Or spiked. We just know he was cut. However... Oh. We've already identified, that one. It's unfortunate. Though apparently we can now identify this one. Right, who's Brennan? That was the name, right? Brennan. Brennan, bring the... Yeah, so tell Pete's mother I try my best to pull him back to save him. You tell yourself, Brennan, bring the surgeon's kit. So maybe this is Brennan? Brennan would likely be a surname. Henry Brennan. There. Who Henry Brennan is, I don't know. And someone called Peter. Peter Milroy, midshipman. So we know it's not. Was there another Peter? No. Which means one of those corpses we saw was this Peter bloke. And I'm willing to bet that this person, this unknown soul, was an unknown midshipman. Just based on the location, he died. I know that's a chance considering how little information I've got about them, but I'm willing to take it. The thing is, the Scottish guy's the guy who was on top of him. I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, the Scottish guy is the one who's talking to him, which was this guy, the first mate. If I go back to the crew manifest, first mate was Scottish. So, unless we feel the dying guy also sounded Scottish, but I don't think he was. Plus all the midshipmans are English. Just at a guess. Robert, spacebar I want. I'm guessing this one's Peter, though it could be the other one. Oh, I need to left click. There we go. Whee!
What's all this, you damn fool?
Well, that was a very short. So. Okay, yeah. So this guy's shot this guy in the face. He's shot his face off. Don't know who that guy is. Not sure who this one is yet, though the game reckons we should. And this is the guy who was trying to save Peter, so that makes me think that guy's Peter. Let's wait for it to all come in. He was clubbed, I guess. Met an unknown vet. He was clubbed, I guess. But it is by an unknown attacker. We don't know who that was. Was this guy, I think. No, it was this guy. It's this one who is later on knifed, but we don't know who it is. But we don't know who this one is yet. Then it immediately gives us the other guy. The body was right here. You don't need to go in a roundabout. So I think this is Peter. We're about to find out, though.
Captain Campbell.
You have a plan?
Yes. Take ship and sail east. Trade wretched fish and shells for gold. Hey, who's there?
Mutiny! Mutiny!
Fresh bastard.
No!
Right, so I turned the volume up there just to try and hear those whispered voices a bit clearer. So I apologise if the music was a bit loud then. So he's the one who's shouting mutiny, I think. These guys have heard it. Presumably that's the captain? Yep. Because at this point his wife's dead. I still don't understand how I'm supposed to have identified this guy. Although he was the one coming down. He's going to be Brennan. I'm calling it now. He is Henry Brennan. Funny word. Because we're all teenagers in terms of our maturity. So I'm guessing that's Henry Brennan. I don't know. My thought is... sorry, wrong way. This way. Tell Pete's mother I tried my best to pull him back to save him. So my guess would be... This guy's Pete? And based on... I'm going to have to listen to this again with the volume turned up, so... Though apparently there's another corpse somewhere. Oh, there! Didn't even see that. Excuse me, coming through. Right. So this corpse is going to come back up here. The body's being thrown overboard, but that doesn't mean he was being thrown overboard, just the corpse was. Right, we're going to go back down, because I want to turn up the volume for this one again, because I want to listen to something. Apologise for the music being a bit loud.
You know, Captain Cameron was roasted.
You have a plan?
Yes. Take ship and sail east. Trade wretched fish and shells for gold. Hey, who's there?
Mutiny! Mutiny!
Fresh bastard.
No!
Okay, just turn that back down quickly. So, what I think's happened is... sorry, wrong way. This kid has heard this one and someone else talking about mutiny. Probably in this room. Been stabbed. This guy's found him. Got involved. In the fight and got shot. And we hear a yell in the background. I think that might actually be him. That body up here. Not certain about that though. The picture won't actually show me which one it is. Who's this guy? The waving fella. And then these two come down to investigate. See him. Yeah, which is what's making me think that this is Brennan. This guy. No, not this guy. This guy. Because he's the mate who goes down, finds the body, and he knows this other guy is coming down. That's why he shouts specifically for Brennan. He doesn't know who else is down here, but he knows Brennan is down there. Guesswork. It is guesswork. Where's the door? There's the door. Right. Let's go and find that body that was being thrown overboard. Is there a body in this room? No, but I think there's going to be, judging from the amount of blood.
Let them go!
That's Brennan and the first mate again. The captain and the waving guy. The captain's shot this one. And unless no, he was shot by this woman. Another body down there as well. I can't identify. It looks like these guys were trying to flee in a lifeboat, and the guy was trying to stop them. Hence the name Escape. They were shot by a gun by an unknown passenger. Specifically this one, I think. But I don't know who either of them are. Still nothing identifying. We've got this guy also, who might have been shot by the captain, considering the captain was holding his gun. There's probably going to be a lot of hypothesizing in these streams. Right now, it's just a case of like trying to get all the bodies on screen, and then we go to the actual like trying to deduce who everyone is. So a lot of silence from in, a lot of cutscenes.
Move quick.
You'll not take the last one.
Oh, look out!
Paul, look out. So this guy's called Paul. We've narrowed it down. This guy's called Paul. This is a woman of an unknown name. Not sure who this is yet, but didn't want them to take the last boat. Was very upset about that. That's the way I think I called it. So we know this is someone named Paul. Paul Moss, perhaps? Welsh? There's no one else called Paul. So it's got to be the first mate steward. He's got to be. Stabbed, well, he was killed with a sword by someone. Who? I'm not sure. I don't know who this is. We just know who he was shot by. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, Cosmic. This is not a particularly highbrow game in terms of gender, so people are man or woman in this scenario. Honestly, Elkhorn, it's deduction or word I don't recognise, so not sure what that's how I'm supposed to read that or what it means. Killed with a sword by an unknown attacker. Yep. There's another corpse? Where's the other corpse? Oh. Jeez, it's down there. While that's guessing. Alcorn, you're a mod, you can type the word ass, I'll let you get away with it. Mainly because I don't have a choice, you've got a green sword. And this is a game that I'm not going to consider family friendly. I'm not going to have this be family friendly streams in the future. Right. let's go down to this other body. Adam, you don't have a green sword. Honestly, Addy, anyone would think you were trying to annoy me. Have we beaten the glow cloud of knowledge down here? Or did I go to the wrong place? Oh, it's just taking its sweet ass time about it. That just means you're a sub. Just means Cosmic likes you. I'm kidding, I like you.
Put me down. Let go.
Easy now. You're in a bad way.
Mr. Squid. Where is my Frenchman?
The squid's gone. Your mate was torn apart.
But that. The beast is dead. How? How did you kill it?
We didn't. It left with the storm. Captain came up from the hold. Said he chased it off. You should rest.
A curse like that does not live for nothing.
Maintain your family-friendly habits. No, that's fair enough. I can understand that. Okay. So you're a person with a French mate, and Verdammt. Verdammt sounds sort of German. I have a funny feeling this might be the bosun. Just a guess. We also know now that the bosun's mate was killed by the beast. Not sure who these two. Okay, so these are the two who were discussing mutiny. Who are you? Oh, you're the young one. The captain. So you're the young one who goes over here and hears them talking about it. Oh wait, ending. I'm not 100% clear how this guy died. We just know he was bleeding. First mate was down there. That's the young guy, and these are the two who were shot and then clubbed over the head. Okay. Don't know why I haven't listed. No, you were not poisoned. You were shot in the face. We just don't know who by. Someone who was clubbed. Let's take another look at the scene. So these are the two who were discussing mutiny. Yes, you can. I will leave this scene and go on a break. So if these are the two who were discussing mutiny, that suggests that this one isn't Peter. Um. I think we're gonna have to start trying to match voices, which I'm not looking forward to. Right, where's the exit door? There it is. Okay, so these are the people who left. What fate befell them? In all likelihood, they survived, but we won't know. I'm guessing from here we go down to the next floor. But first, we're gonna go on another break because this is actually really difficult. I'm having trouble getting my brain to like think. That might just be due to the time, but I think it's also just quite like, how do I phrase this? It's very mentally intensive. It requires a lot of thinking into it. So, well, I suppose that's what you'd expect from a puzzle game. But yes, I think today's stream is going to be mostly like finding bodies, and then the next time we play, if people want me to continue with this, will be actually trying to narrow down who everyone is. Fingers crossed. That's the way things go. But before that, I'm going to go on another break, and I encourage you all to do the same. And I will see you folks all in a few minutes. And we're back. That break might have been a little longer than normal. I got slightly sidetracked talking to someone. Sorry. Right. Back to a rather alarming amount of death. Mods, I have sent you a message. Thank you for the welcome back, Cosmic. Yeah, I've sent you a message just regarding plans for the rest of the stream. Right, I need you guys to be able to actually see the game, don't I? So now we've unlocked the next deck down, which is, I think, the Orlop deck? Yes, going down to the Orlop deck. Okay, these areas are becoming a bit of a maze. So the escape part 1, part 2, part 3, 4, part 5, part 6. So this guy died first, and then we cut to the people on top, and then back down to the people underneath. It's interesting, the two who are conspiring mutiny, then one of them shoots the other. Probably because they didn't want that guy to get stabbed, but it's too late. So maybe the guy who shouts no is actually... Okay. Okay. We'll figure that out later. First things first. More bodies. That's a lot of blood. Not actually sure where we are in the ship. We're in the purser's office currently. And then, sorry, what was the other side? The surgery. Okay. And another one of these winches. Why do you have a winch so far down? Unless this one's for the anchor. So that's the body we're going to. And then over here we've got the carpenter's shop, and on the other side the gunner's store. Might be able to identify one of the gunners in a second, then they might be in this room. But first we've got a cowhead.
Take him to the car, please. Get him wrapped and keep him left right.
Hit her here. One swing. Get through the skull in stone or brain. I'll cut her throat when you've done it.
Here?
Yeah. Come on before she kicks up. You all right there, sir?
Never been on a farm, Chuck?
Mind your shoes now.
That's someone called Charlie. Okay, so they were slaughtering a cow, presumably for meat. One of these... I can't... There we go. Okay. And then these guys carrying a body. Okay, we've got a pet monkey. Okay. They might have been. A bitter cold. This is off the coast of Portugal. Large cow was slaughtered for its meat. There we go. Okay. Butcher. Perhaps. Or maybe the cook. Hey, True Purple, welcome on in. You've joined at an interesting time. We've just heard a cow being slaughtered. Oh, that's the guy who was exploded. So one of these guys is Charlie. And this is going to be the guy who's being carried up. Someone else is familiar with the game. It's good to know that I'll have a couple of people who I can turn to if I need a bit of help with something. Just get that body in place. Right, now that's happened, we are actually going to go back into the cow one. Part 3 of 3. Okay.
Hit her here. One swing. Get through the skull in stone or brain. I'll cut her throat when you've done it.
Here?
Yeah. Come on before she kicks up. You all right there, sir?
Never been on a farm, Charlie?
Mind your shoes now.
Right, this is someone called Charlie. So let's go down to the bottom, start from the bottom. So it could be cut Charles Hurstick. Or Charles Minor. Only in the one memory. You've been in 3. One. There. You're not the person I'm interested in. You're that mysterious midshipman. So I reckon you're the butcher. Right. A question for you guys. I'm going to play the audio again, and I'm going to turn it up slightly so we can hear the voices. And I want your opinion on whether or not we think that one of those voices was a bit of an Irish accent. Didn't sound like a very strong one, but I just want to get an idea of what you guys think of the voice. Right, where's the door? So I can get out and restart it, because I don't know how else to replay the audio. It's there. Right. Tell me that now, Cosmic! Let's turn the volume up slightly.
Take him to the cockpit. Hit him left and keep him left right.
Ignore that bit.
Hit her here. One swing. Get through the skull and stone her brain. I'll cut her throat when you've done it.
Here?
Yeah. Come on before she kicks up. You all right there, sir?
What? Never been on a farm, John?
Mind your shoes now.
Yeah, definitely Irish. And he's the one holding the knife, so I'm saying that this one is the Irish butcher. We don't know what's happened to the Irish butcher, but we figured out which one's the butcher. And that's one named Charlie, and I still think... We're still saying that he's midshipman. And that's clearly someone else called Charlie. So who are the options for Charlie? The bosun's mate. Or a midshipman. Now I think midshipman's more likely. And they've only appeared in one memory, which suggests show memories on deck map. It's in a bitter cold, which is chapter 2. And then soldier. Bargain. Then it wasn't until later that the bosun died. And then I think okay, so this body's been carried down, not up, and taken to the carpenter's. Not sure why the carpenter's place is getting the last rites, but it is. They're guarding something. Or maybe just people. There might be people asleep in there. Kinda hard to tell. Right, that's not what I want. Let's go through the door. Keep pressing a button thinking that gets me out of it, but I have to actually walk through this doorway. So we've narrowed down that throwing up individual to one of two, with a higher likelihood of it being one as opposed to the other. Yeah, so these are... wrong button. There. Yeah, so passengers. Okay. So let's find out who this is.
Well?
Same as the other fellow. Some lung disease, not consumption. Made worse by the cold.
Will it spread?
If so, we'd all have it. They must have picked it up at the Alaska house. I checked all hands just now, and everyone is healthy.
And him? What are his chances?
I gave him some laudanum. We'll see.
Lung disease, but not consumption. Consumption was common at the time. Well, this is going to be another body. No, they were carrying the body up. surgeon then. And he's just someone of significance. Possibly like the 3rd mate, maybe? Because we know it's not the 1st, or maybe the 2nd mate. We just know he's not the 1st. What's a what's a Lascar house? And what's laudanum? Maybe it's in the glossary. No. Actually, let's find out what a midshipman is whilst we're here. Officer in training, assists various officers and tradesmen in order to learn ship's operations. And topman? Okay. Okay. A bit cold, there we go. Yeah, so it's just the Lascar house and laudanum that I'm not familiar with. If someone's willing to look those up, or just happens to know what they are, that'd be great. Called it. Next body. I'm so smart. Alaska was a sailor or militiaman from the Indian subcontinent, Southeast Asia, the Arab world, British Somaliland, or other land east of the Cape of Good Hope, who was employed in European ships from the 16th century until the middle of the 20th. What? Oh, there it is. Oh, I do actually have to follow it. Okay, so a Lascar house would be like a bunkhouse. An alcoholic solution containing morphine prepared from opium formerly used as a narcotic painkiller. Okay, so a Lascar house would be like a bunkhouse, a place for a bunch of them to stay, because they're basically like freelance sailors.
Эй, наплевать, завязывай. С собой следи, мужчина.
Sayed? Sayed uठो. कुछ पी लो.
So these guys are Russian, based on the text. And now we know this guy's someone named Syed? 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 Solomon Syed. India. We know that he's from a Lascar house, Indian subcontinent. I feel confident that this is Solomon Syed. I'm not sure. We've seen this guy with the hat a few times, and he's always wearing his hat. Not sure. That guy. So these guys, I'm gonna have to take a look at the crew manifest when this memory runs out. Because I need to know how many Russians were on board. Just that language, the fact that the text came up as Russian 22 others were present because everyone was asleep. Because everyone was asleep, it's just marked everyone who was asleep down there. Right. But I don't know where that is. I assume here. I don't know where they slept. Okay. And the other thing I wanted to do is the other way. India, England, Persia, China. Yeah, 3 Russians, a topman, and 2 seamen. Shut up, Cosmic. I'm kidding. So yeah, so we've got 3 Russians there, who are probably those 3 playing cards, but we don't know which is which. We've just narrowed it down to those 3. That's opened the door, and I wonder. 47. 47. 47. Oh, that could prove 54. 54. Really? 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 Oh, that's just cruel. This one doesn't have a number. This is 51. So this is Renfred Rajub. It's got to be. Because their heads are covered, I can't identify them. I don't know who they are. Oh, that's just cruel. I figured out a way to identify who's in each hammock, and it won't actually let me examine them. Oh, that's annoying. I mean, it makes sense, but it's annoying. No one in hammock 53, which suggests that this is hammock 53, this guy here. I mean, apparently. William Wasim, maybe? From India? That could be him. In that back hammock. We'll keep going. See what else we find. Okay, so this is a bit of cold. The fact that it happened off the coast of Portugal is interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. Because in this scene, the guy who we identified in the other hammock he didn't look well, I'd say. And then it turns out he's the one who died in the next one. And then we've got the cow, which doesn't have a death in it, except for the cow. It doesn't have a passenger or crew death. But it allows us to at least narrow down some people. But yeah, the fact that this one, we can't identify any of these people. because they've got their heads up, but it still tells us that they're there, which is actually kind of annoying. So that must be the next floor down, which isn't open yet, so we got these two. That's blood. There's blood. Oh, this. I missed this. Who's this? What's happened here?
Someone shoot the damn thing!
You've been... What on earth is that? Oh, I have to do it through the window. Oh dear. Yeah, that's not a nice... What the hell is that thing? It's some kind of crab creature. I can't tell how he's died though. Has he been skewered? I don't have a jump. I need a jump. Soldiers of the Sea. Which went down off the coast of the Canary Islands, which are some lovely islands. Spiked, maybe? Or speared? It's a little... Clawed by a terrible beast. Spiked by a terrible beast. I'm going to go with spiked by a terrible beast. I think I'd call it a spiked. Hello, J Price. How do you feel about giant man-eating crabs? No reason. I'm just curious. Just trying to learn about my chat. How do you feel about giant man-eating crabs? And you'll understand why in a second. There's no significant reason that I'm asking. No significant reason at all. That's a nope even for me. Yummy. I hope you're speaking on behalf of the crab, Addy. Where are you going? Okay, we might get a better look at this. A warning, when I start this one, we're likely going to get a better look at that crab creature. So, I will tell everyone when it's off the screen.
I've got you. Don't move. I'll get you down.
Okay, everyone. Good news. The crab creature is dead in this scene, so if you're okay enough to look at the dead one, you can look. It's impressive. You can't identify the death of. Oh no! It was our favourite Irish butcher. No. We don't want our butcher dead. I mean, it looked far worse than the previous one. It is dead in this one. He was just dancing. Of course he was, Addy. Of course he was. The Irish butcher is dead. Not necessarily, Pax. We had those 4 people on the lifeboat. They might still be alive. Met an unknown fate. Spiked by a terrible beast. Yeah, no, it's not. Well, I mean, because this game is set in 1807, technically, yes, everyone is dead. But in terms of within the game, not guaranteed. Some people are considered still alive. Possibly, Pax, possibly. I'll show you in just a second. Right. I think it's the body we're going to be looking at, not the crab. Right, if we go to crew and then I click here, alive, and then it allows me to choose the location they're alive. Where are they? Unknown passenger. Unknown passenger. I mean, I just showed up, so I'm making wild guesses. Yes, we've been here nearly 3 hours, and it's just at the moment it's just wild mass guessing. Apparently, I can identify this one. Lord knows how. Deduction, most likely. Okay. That scream didn't bode well. That scream did not bode well at all. You're clearly injured. Or tired. You guys have been decapitated. Okay. You guys are acting like there's another one. Well, exactly. Who needs it? Are you seriously trying to crawl around here at this point? It's that guy who was throwing. It's Charlie. It's Charlie. It's the guy who was throwing up. Oh, Charlie. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we weren't there 4 years ago to save you. we getting attached to people who we barely seen? That's 2 corpses. Both are decapitated.
We're no use!
It's clawed by the... Oh, it's something riding a crab! Yeah, it's things riding crabs. I think he's the gunner. That's Emil. So is this just trying to figure out what happened on the ship? What's the premise? No, that's fine, J Price. Let me just get out from this section quickly, and then I'll talk you through what we're doing. Unless someone in chat beats me to it. Met an unknown fate. No, you were clawed by a terrible beast. And so were you. Body. Up here. It's going this way. We're going this way. There we go. Right, J Price. Return of the Obra Dinn. So basically, we are some kind of customs official who's been enlisted to fill in this book. This ship went missing in 1803, and it just floated back into Falmouth in 1807. We've been enlisted to go aboard and use a magic pocket watch to figure out what happened to all the crew. We've got a list of... We've got a map of part of the route. We have a map of the ship. We have a crew manifest. And we have these pictures of these pictures cover every single person on the crew manifest. So we slowly go round this entire ship, basically trying to identify who all these people are, and there's a lot of them. There's 60 people on this ship in total. Not all of them are dead. But the thing is, not everything is 100% clear. So if I bring this back up and go to crew, go up to the top. So we know this passenger was this person, Abigail Hoscut Witterell, and that's because we know that she was the wife of the captain. That was revealed in a previous memory. However, we've got these 2 unknown women, these 2 unknown passengers. And I've reached a stage where I can identify them. But it's a 3-star or 3 triangle difficulty rating, which means it's quite difficult to identify who they are. Like, different people, supposedly I'm at a stage where I could identify them. If the picture is clear, I could identify them, but because it's still quite difficult to do when you still don't know who most people are, you've got to try and identify a few people and then start narrowing it down based on the information you have access to. It is very much a mystery case-solving game. I've played it before. A while ago. I got to the end, but I did not complete the book. I remember that, which is why I'm playing it now. I don't remember most of what happened, honestly. I completely forgot the crabs were there. I remembered the Kraken thing, but I forgot the crabs were there. The Kraken thing, I'm sure you'll see at some point. But the crabs, I'd completely forgotten about. I barely remember them now. And I never noticed the people on top of them. I thought they were parts of the crab. So, the thing is, though, I've correctly identified this is the first mate. I've correctly identified this is the captain. I have definitely identified that this is this passenger. However, Emil O'Farrell, the butcher, who was spiked by a terrible beast, I don't know for certain that that is correct, because I can only identify people with certainty. The game will only tell me I'm right if I have three, no, in groups of three, I need to have three correct individuals. Completely correct. I need to know who they were and what happened to them for the game to tell me that those three are right. And whilst I've got a few by name, and I've got lots where I've got their fate, I don't know for certain. So I've got this one, Henry Brennan. I know how he died, I know who he is. I've got the butcher, Emil O'Farrell. I know how he died, I know who he is. But I need one more. Actually, oh yeah, I need one more to be able to get those three marks as correct. However, I've just realised something. This is one of the guys who died from consumption. So, this is what happens. Sorry, it was a lung disease that wasn't consumption, I should have said. They mentioned that in the actual clip. It wasn't consumption. Here we go. No, not this one. Well, same as the other fellow, some lung disease, not consumption. Will it spread? If so, we'd all have it. So, that means I can mark this guy as illness. But although I've got him identified, I know what killed him with almost absolute certainty. The game's not going to tell me until I get two more people. And I've just got three, so I need to find two more by name, which is not going to be easy. Because I need to get their name and their face. So I've got this guy. I have no idea what happened to him. I just know who he was, and the only reason I've guessed he's the helmsman is because he stood at the wheel. Someone who was blasted by an explosion. This one, not 100% certain on his name, and it's not 100% clear how he died. I just know he died on that crab thing. Right, where was that body we were looking for? That new one, I think it was this level. Enjoy your luck, Joe Price. Just a heads up, we are probably going to be wrapping up soon. Right, oof, sorry, I've just had a fly go into my eye. Sorry, that was a couple of little fruit flies going around my room, and one of them has now decided that my eye was the perfect place to land. That was unsettling. came up these stairs. Then I think we went up here. I have actually lost which body's next. Whoops, this is what I get for not paying attention and then getting sidetracked. That was definitely down here. It was definitely on this floor. Oh, hold on, was it? Yeah, I think it was this one. Yes.
What's going on? Stay back! It's already done for Nick. Hey! Come on, boss! No, get there! Hey! Cat! Ah!
One of these guys is called Nick, but I don't know which one. So you were spiked. You're probably going to be spiked as well, and you described it as boss. Makes me think you're the mate of this one in some capacity, but or at least senior to him. But that doesn't narrow it down very much. On spiked by a terrible beast. Got the guy who was crushed, but we don't know who it was. Yeah, thought we might be going up here because there's a lot of corpses up here. And we're basically working our way backwards through them all. Oh, there's a cannon in my way. Making me follow you, are you? And then one came on the other side as well. Ah, thank you, Cosmic. Okay, he's flying! Yeah, we will probably wrap up soon then. I just need to find what's a reasonable end point. This isn't really a game that has them. I could just keep going. Okay. So the game reckons I'm ready to identify this. I've seen him in one memory, and that's the one he died in. Course of Death Acrobatics. No, Course of Death Gymnastics. I'm sure there's a difference there somewhere. Being Superman. So I'm going to wait for this to go through. I'll mark this one as spiked, and then we'll see what's going on from there. I don't know why you think I would know who this one is already. Spiked by a terrible beast. Close the book. I had a feeling it was the guy who was flying through the air. Right. Okay. It auto-saves every time. I was a little worried then because I didn't know how to save the game and I didn't want to quit without saving because otherwise we're back right where we started. But it looks like every time I open the pause menu, it auto-saves, which is good. It's what we want. So, I'm going to end it there because I am very tired. This game, whilst a lot of fun, and just streaming in general, a lot of fun, is very hard on the brain. The thing about Minecraft, a lot of Minecraft at least, is you can kind of switch off as you're doing it. In the case of Return of the Obra Dinn and even Subnautica, there's a lot more thinking involved. And whilst I am not unreasonably intelligent. Bad phrasing. Like, I am reasonably smart. I know that's not a very modest thing to say, but I acknowledge that I am reasonably intelligent. So it's not too bad, but it's been a while since I've really had to do a lot of thinking in this fashion, a lot of like deductive reasoning. Side effect of work. You don't have to do much deductive reasoning as a chef. Too much people needs more crabs. There might be diamonds in this game. I know they mentioned shells, like they were precious in some way. Anyway, yes, so I'm going to leave it with this corpse. I'm going to leave it staring at this corpse, and I know how that sounds, because that way I'll remember that when I next load up this game, we're starting with him. Otherwise I will forget, and we'll spend ages trying to figure out who is the next person. Yeah. What else? Make sure you're following me at Hunter555 on Twitter. That way you know when I'm going live, or when I'm not, as the case was a couple of weeks back, or if I'm going live on a day that isn't Monday, which will be happening. I will put an announcement out there in a couple of weeks' time. I'd say 3 weeks from today, at a guess, that will update my new streaming schedule that I am currently working on. Slowly, but I'm working on a new streaming schedule. This was Return of the Obra Dinn, which you can get on Steam. Based on what we've seen so far, it's going to be unpleasant for some people. We've seen suicide already. There's a lot of death. Apparently, there's some light nudity at some point that we haven't seen that yet. I'm not sure how Twitch is going to feel about that because there doesn't seem to be a censorship feature. And apparently, it's on the Switch, according to Addy. So it's available on the Switch as well. I only have the Steam link, but I trust Addy. If he says it's on the Switch, it's on the Switch. What else? I can't tell you what we're doing next week. Honestly, don't know. Make sure to check out my VOD channel. Tomorrow will be putting up my stream from last Monday and also yesterday. They will be going up. This stream won't be up until next week. I'm trying to get into the habit of doing it not the next day, but the Tuesday after that, when I stream. The Twitch affiliate agreement means that I have to leave my VODs as Twitch exclusive for 24 hours. I figured the safest way to do that was, and not accidentally do it a little early and get in trouble or whatever, was to just leave it a week, upload it the next week, and Mondays I'm normally busy, heavy air quotes, so Tuesday is a better day for me to do it. I will not be raiding anyone tonight. I prefer to try and keep people consistent in the game, but this is a game that's very like narrative and solution focused, so anyone I send you to, there's either you're going to have spoilers for them, which I trust that you guys won't share, but on the reverse, they could have spoilers for you guys, and maybe you're okay with that, but maybe you're not, and I don't want to send you over there just to have the game immediately spoiled for you with a big plot twist or whatever. So I'm not going to raid, but everyone, have a wonderful evening. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you take care of the people around you, but mostly yourself. You are the most important most important person in your life. I don't know why I'm going on about this now, but I am. That goes to show that I'm very tired. Yeah, I will leave you on my ending screen for a couple of minutes, but because I think if I hit end stream after I finish talking, from you guys' perspective, I will still be talking. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming. And before I forget, because I've just realised I haven't done it yet, I've had Cosmic and Minipax in my chat today. Both of them stream here on Twitch. Both of them are wonderful. Make sure you're following them. They won't give each other shoutouts. They won't give themselves shoutouts. I'm hoping they'll give each other shoutouts though, because they are both wonderful people. Yeah. Oh right, I didn't have. I thought I had the shoutout commands mod only. Apparently I don't. There we go. Thank you, Addy. Thank you. Yes, right. I'm gonna go now because otherwise I'll keep talking to you and we'll be here all night. Yeah. Thank you all for coming, and I will see you next week.